have a wig on my head that I have reviewed a couple of times now for Ɂ This is actually the very first style, I think, that I ever reviewed for 𝗇Pi a few years ago. I had done a one-off review before I was really partnering with them, and I had reviewed this style. And then about 10 months ago, I reviewed this style again in another color. This particular one looks nothing like those other two. I couldn't believe it. But this is what happens sometimes on the wig journey. So instead of just sending this wig back, since I've already reviewed it, and I get like a box of wigs every month to review, and sometimes there's duplicates, and I decide, okay, should I do another review? Has it been a while? Should I just do a color spotlight? What should I do? I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about variation in the wig journey. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm here on behalf of 𝗇Pi to bring you this review, well, this chat maybe about unfiltered and really about the variation in the wig journey. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about this wig. I actually don't think this is a great example of this wig. It's just got some funny, I don't know if it's cold setting, there's just some weird things going on with this one, and I'm not really sure what's up with it. But that can happen. And I think you should know about it. I think when we have an awareness, when we're, have reasonable expectations about certain things, we're less disappointed when it happens. And I do think, since this is such an emotional journey for most of us, when we get wigs that look completely different than the review that we saw, or even a wig we already purchased, it can be devastating. It really can kind of send us over the edge when we're already teetering on it. So knowing that you may get some wigs that have variation, and then learning whether or not it's worth working with them can be helpful. Because I have gotten wigs before, maybe duplicates, backups of a piece I love, and it looked different, but I could work with whatever it was that was going on. And so I was willing to do that, versus if you're brand new, you may not even know what's possible. And in this case, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be able to grab here to put up, whether I can just put pictures up so you can kind of see the side by side, maybe if I move over, and you can see how the other ones look different. I don't know if I can take a snippet of a video and show you. Wow, moving over there really threw off that lighting. Maybe if I go this way, I don't even know. And so you can just see what I'm talking about. And so the question always is, when that happens, what am I going to do about it? Are you going to return the wig? Or are you going to keep it and work with it? Sometimes you actually love the variation. It's just maybe different enough that it could be interchangeable, and it just looks like you changed up your hair a little bit, so your hair doesn't look exactly the same every day, which some people worries can be a dead giveaway of a wig. I don't think people pay that much attention, but I understand the fear. So that's really the crux of the issue. You're buying a wig, and do I keep it? Don't I keep it? And only you can make that decision. But I do think the more you learn how to work with your wigs, your answer today may not be the same as your answer a year from now. And I also think this is just part of the journey. And we experience this in a lot of things, not just wigs. I just recently bought another pair of sandals. I have these sandals that I love. I got them on Amazon. Love, love, love them. I've had them for 2 years, and thought, okay, I want to get another pair. And so I got another pair, and they don't fit me the same at all. I'm sending them back because they're uncomfortable. How disappointing. Why should that be? Jeans. I can't tell you how many times I've bought a pair of jeans and then went and got another pair. Same style, maybe in a different color. They don't fit at all. I can't even get them over my hips, versus truly, if you really think about it, you can think of a bunch of examples of how there is variation. There is not consistency always in the retail world, and that happens with wigs as well. And so I don't know if this is helpful. I think, if you're a longtime wig wearer, you probably already understand this, but I think if you're new, it is helpful to see real life example of this. And also to know, us reviewers do not get different wigs than you get. I know there's question about that out there, and at least not in the major name brands. That would be way too hard to manage because there's so many retailers that carry all of these major name brand wigs. 𝖺Kwell isn't making this. Raquel Welch Hair You Wear actually makes this, and then they distribute it to retailers that carry it. It's just not possible in the major name brand for a reviewer to get something different than you would get. It could be possible in other areas of the wig world, and I'm always hyper vigilant about that, and that's why I don't review for brand new companies, or I always try to vet a company before I say yes to a partnership. But in the world where you're seeing Raquel Welch and John Renault and Estetica and Beltress, we're getting the same wigs as you, and it is really truly luck of the draw. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten a wig to review and it didn't look great out of the box. And so here's me going, okay, what do I do here? Because I'm not going to modify a wig before I review it, ever. But I also know that there is such variation, and if this wig that I got is such a one-off anomaly, I don't want to make that style look bad because people might miss out on a really great style because of a one-off that might not ever happen again. So I also have to try to judge, how am I going to handle this? What am I going to do about this? And so can be tricky. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. If you have questions, if you have thoughts, if you have experience with it. And honestly, if you want to know more about Unfiltered, I will link my other reviews down below so you can see it 2 other times, I think, and in a couple of different colors. This one, I just think this one's a little bit too different for me to review it, but it did make for a good teaching moment. So I hope it helped you. Don't forget about 𝗏Kwell. They are really great, and they do so much to support me and this wig community. They have live sales, great discounts. I do think they're worth keeping on your radar for a future purchase. And there is a coupon code down in the description box that will save you on any purchase. See you guys soon.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.